What's up, dudes? It's Molly. It is 6:52 a.m. I just got up. This is kind of sleeping in for me. I'm the kind of person who, when I wake up, my eyes just ding, and there's no going back to bed. There's no laying around. There's no nothing. Once my eyes pop open, I'm up, and just laying in bed is kind of torturous. What's up, dudes? Hope you're having a good day. Spirit says, explain your plight. Explain your plight. While the art movement project that I participated in, I talked about things a lot of people won't talk about. And it's interesting that nobody will acknowledge it. So people will acknowledge social issues, but they won't acknowledge personal issues. And it's kind of a part of bystander effect. So people will acknowledge social issues. They'll say, I love people. I love humanity. Blank lives matter. I love people. Whatever it is. Go people. Go justice. Go social warriors. Go everyone. There is a problem. A social problem. But when it becomes more intimate and more personal, one person's problems, people look away. It's a weird thing that happens. It's too real. So, my plight. I got a later in life, I'm 50 years old. I got a later than in life autism diagnosis, high functioning autistic. I told my family, a specific family member yelled, bullshit, prove it, to me. I told a close friend, and all of these people know my daughter is autistic. That family member also said, you know we accept Lucy. A friend said, well, if that's the way you identify, just like Rodney Dangerfield, I can't get no respect. So I said, yeah, I'm going to do the art movement. I will prove it. I'll build this whole thing on YouTube. And then everybody is going to have to admit that Molly is indeed spectrum. Well, why doesn't people want to do that? Because they would have to acknowledge their own horseshit behavior to an innocent person. And it's hard for people to do that when their egos are involved and they have created a false reality about you. They would have to acknowledge yelling out, bullshit, prove it, is a really shitty thing to do. They would have to acknowledge, I told people, I said, I'm autistic. No, you're not. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am. All these people who don't know what high-functioning autism is, just because I'm not acting like Rain Man, they have no problem ego jizzing all over me. Well, if that's the way you identify, yeah, it is. My doctor and my other doctor also agree. I mean, so 5 years ago, my dad died. I have a block on numbers. I need help with numbers. My dad was really good with numbers. Any important thing, I can add, and this is something to do with my spectruminess, I can add easy number combinations in my head. Anything after that, I need a piece of paper or a calculator. Serious math, my dad used to help me with, but he died now. So I have an ex, the father of my daughter, that I live with. He lives in the basement, and I live upstairs with my daughter, our daughter. When my dad died, my ex was not supportive at all. He was mad that I wouldn't fuck him. I wasn't grieving. My ex is very, very narcissistic. Very, very narcissistic. Before my dad died, he had an affair with a woman at work. I found out just by looking at the cell phone records. He never fessed up. No, I busted him. We ended up spending $5,000 out of pocket for marriage counseling. I thought I needed to do it for the kids. My son he's been another father figure to my son since my son was like almost 4. My son is now 21. I never thought I never knew what a big liar this man was. I knew he had childhood trauma, grew up in a religious cult called Seventh-day Adventist. But I never thought he was this big of a liar. So we did marriage counseling. And then he promised that woman from work would never be part of his life again. $5,000 later. And then the counselor, the therapist said, both of you need to do individual therapy. And of course, will a narcissist do individual therapy? No, of course not. He wouldn't do it. I did it. I took my mental health really seriously. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to be better. I did EMDR. I did intensive therapy. I worked through some childhood issues. The whole time that was going on, he was lying. Yeah. Well, I went on my computer, and he's a BMX rider who has smacked his head so many times he don't have any common sense. And every year he gets meaner and meaner. So I checked my history on my computer. Spirit said check the history. And it's not like I did that every single day. No, it was the one time I did it. In the middle of the night, he came up to use my computer, dink around Facebook. Oh, there he is looking at her Facebook, his affair. Now he's looking at her aunt's Facebook page. Now he's looking at all the pictures. Now he's looking at 100 different pictures. I can't just split because I don't have the math skills. He has been in charge of the finances for 17 years. I am on this mortgage too. This house is half my house. And I didn't do anything wrong. So, when that happened, I said, after he just consistently cannot tell the truth. My dad died. He's only interested in freaky deaky sex. I said, please move downstairs. He's done a lot of horrible things to me that I'm not prepared to talk about. So I'm kind of locked in. He's in charge of the finances. I give him all my money. He has an excellent record collection. He just bought, and these aren't like used records from the record store. No, brand new records. Crates and crates and crates of them that he's blown all the money on. He has expensive BMX bikes. I have nothing. In 17 years, this man has never invested a penny for me or either of my children. But he has a really great record collection. He works in banking, so he absolutely knows how to invest. About 6 months ago, well, right before Christmas, he told me, we're going to lose the house unless you have any money. Do you have any money? We don't have the house payment. And he does this to make sure I don't have any money. He's done this consistently through the years. Fill me up to see if I have any money squirreled away, and he'll take it. Now this was on Christmas Eve morning. He told me this. No, and he was supposed to get presents for the kids. I said, well, I do have some money saved. I'll put it in the bank account. So that morning I gave him $1,000 that I had saved up. I found out later he got in, and then he told me, all right, I'm going to work now. He got in his car and went over to his girlfriend's that we had no idea he has a girlfriend, and did Christmas with her and her kids, apparently, with my $1,000. My kids didn't get presents. He didn't buy any presents for his own daughter and the son he raised since he was 3. He lied to everybody's fucking face, and he went and hung out with his girlfriend that nobody knew he had. And several times when he was sneaking in at night, he would sneak in the back door and then run downstairs. And I'd say, are you dating somebody? Are you stepping out? What are you doing? No. I remember 4 specific times I asked him to his face, what are you doing? Are you dating someone? No, I was just hanging out with Patty. I was hanging out with Pete. The whole time he was fucking another chick and living this whole alternate life that he has lived now for 2 years. He would come through the back door with a dirty fucking dick and come in, lie to my face, and eat some of the good food I was cooking off the stovetop. All while taking all of my money. Finally, I said, what is going on? Finally, he said, yes, I am dating somebody. I said, how long have you been dating this person? 2 months. He told us this about 6 months ago. He was dating a woman for 2 months. Our whole life blew up here at the house. And then he fessed up. He said, well, actually, it's been 6 months. Well, actually, it's been 1.5 years. What? What? Are you kidding me? You've been fleecing the fuck out of me for 1.5 years. You've been fucking some other chick, lying to your family, lying to us here, lying to that chick, lying to all of your friends. What? Who is this fucking chick? I don't have to tell you. So now he's full Peter Pan. Yeah. Well, the big cat's out of the bag. He don't need to sneak around anymore. Now he says to me, if you talk to me, I'll leave and never come back. He says that to me. I'm not dealing with you. Mike, I need some information. Are you gonna divorce me? What's happening? Are we getting, how do I even pay for a divorce? You have all of the money. I'm not talking to you about this. So now for 6 months, I just have to live with him. He comes and goes. He has stopped doing any sort of home improvements. He has done 0 yard work. I do all of the yard work. I just did all of the yard work. He leaves every weekend to go play house with his girlfriend, who this woman let us skank. She's been fucking this dude for 2 years now. And has no interest in seeing where he lives, meeting his daughter, meeting his family, nothing. What a couple of skanks. Can you imagine what woman in their right mind fucks a dude for 2 years and has no interest in meeting his soon-to-be 17-year-old daughter? Has no interest in coming to his house and seeing where he lives? This is what I'm dealing with, and he takes all of my money. So that night when I found that out, I was downstairs in his room, and he had a crate of records right there, and I pushed the crate of records over. That was my retaliation, pushing the crate of records over. After being lied to consistently for 17 years from this dude. Psychologically tortured. All of my money taken from him. Nothing in it. I have nothing. He freaked out. He told everybody I broke all of his records. I didn't break all of his records because he, the next day, immediately packed up all of his records and moved them Where did you move them? I don't need to tell you. Probably to his girlfriend's house. No, they're not at my girlfriend's. I don't need to tell you where they are. So I couldn't have broken all of his records like he told everybody, because he packed up all his records and moved them all. There's no pictures of broken records. There's no pictures of anything. When I pushed that crate of records over after finding out he had been lying to us, now it's for 2 years, living a complete alternate life, taking all of my money and blowing it on this hoe bag. He freaked out and he beat me up. So that was 5 months ago. 5 months ago, unlisted video, private video. That day, I took a video. This happened 5 hours ago. Bruises are showing up all over me. My glasses temper and did this to me. He pushed me down on the ground, pulled my arms up behind me, dragged me across the floor, hit my head against the end table, broke the leg off the end table with my head. That's where he grabbed me by the arm. He was behind me and grabbed me. I was on the ground and pulled me backwards. He has no bruises, no nothing on him because I didn't do anything to him. It keeps going on. Here's proof. Okay, there's one more video that I took that day. It's worse. It's worse than everyone thought. Yeah, this was 3 days after that. So I'm dealing with this devil dude on a daily basis. Daily basis. Now, he's full Peter Pan because his big lie has been released. Now on Friday, he does the dishes. All the rest of the week, he doesn't do anything around the house. On Friday, he will take his daughter to a store for 15 minutes. He'll do the dishes. And then he tells himself that's enough, apparently. And then he leaves all weekend long for sure, if not more, and refuses to answer any of our phone calls. We don't know where he is. We don't know what he's doing. When our van that we both own together, it's our van, broke down, he took my car, my dead dad's car, and left his own daughter and the mother of his daughter without a vehicle. And he took my car to his girlfriend's for the weekend so he could fuck her. And they rolled around in my fucking car. That hoe bag who has no interest in finding out anything about his life? Yeah. I texted him, bring my fucking car back. Yeah, he just ghosted me. The family pet got dug up out of the bullshit grave he dug for it. Yeah, I texted him. I said, oh my God, Rocky got dug up. Our rat named Rocky. The name Rocky might mean something. I need help. Yeah, no, he didn't help. He texted, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll rebury him tomorrow. We live right next to a nature center. Like the carcass is just going to hang out there until tomorrow? So I'm going to link what happened with the Rocky situation so everybody can watch what I'm dealing with. I said to him, this is completely unfair. I'm tired of being your house slave. Cinderella, your house slave. You leave me with no money, nothing. I'm constantly cooking, cleaning, yard work, everything, and you won't do anything. You're off every fucking weekend. This most expensive investment we have, the house, you've just let it fall apart. You've done 0 home improvements. My overhead light in my kitchen has been out for like years. It doesn't work. No, he won't fix it. This dude is crazy. I haven't been allowed to order food in 17 years. He's such a control freak that he has to order it and he has to go get it because he's too cheap to pay a tip. That's how financially oppressed I am. Now he's off fucking some chick every weekend. And I'm in charge of taking care of our daughter. He dipped out just recently. He dipped out for 5 days. Didn't tell us anything. I'm sure he went on vacation or something. He wouldn't tell any of us where he was. We called. We're like, are you in jail? Are you at the hospital? Are you okay? No, he just ghosted his whole family. And then he comes back and says, I don't have to talk to you. If you talk to me, I'm leaving and never coming back. So I said to him, this is unfair. I actually cried. I said, I am doing all of the household chores. You do nothing. And then this is his train of thought. I worked during the day, during the week, therefore I don't need to do anything. On the weekend is my free time for me to go fuck this hoe bag chick. So most emperors, most people, he doesn't have that thing inside of him that wants to provide. He never has. He's a man baby. He never grew up. Like that naughty BMX boy never grew up. And then he smacked his head so many times every year he gets meaner. So I said, you're gone on the weekends where most people do home improvements, take care of the yard. Oh, well, I'll do it on this Sunday. I'm going to do it this Sunday. I got a wedding to go to on Saturday. Yeah, are you bringing your girlfriend to the wedding of my old friends? Yeah, fuck all of those people. No, I'm not bringing her. Yeah, because he's too embarrassed to show everybody the hoe bag he been fucking and lying to his family about. He says, I'll be home on Sunday. I'll do household chores on Sunday. I said, this is what you say to me pretty much every weekend. Then you roll in around 4 p.m. on Sunday. You go sit down on the lazy boy. And then around 8-ish, right before when it's twilight time, you go and do a half-assed job. I didn't say that, but that's what he does. A half-assed job at one task. I said, You say that every weekend and you never do it. You usually roll in around 4 p.m. Oh, I'll do it this Sunday. Yeah, yesterday was Sunday. Guess what happened? He rolled in at 7 p.m., completely ignoring my texts. Did he do any household chores? Any help at all? Of course not. I raked the whole backyard. I cleared out the whole dead ferns. I tried to take down some scrub trees, but I'm just not strong enough. He just completely stopped mowing the yard. I am spectrumy. I'm scared of the sound of the lawnmower. He lied to everybody, and everybody believed him. And now I know he's discarding me, and he's doing it in slow motion. And I never thought he'd discard his own daughter. And he completely has. He throws his daughter away and ghosts her so he can go hang out with some other chick and her kids and pretend. Meanwhile, I'm here cooking, cleaning, yard working, gardening, grocery shopping, all of the everything except paying the bills because I don't have those math skills. And he knows it. And he now has gotten so gross where he says, if you talk to me, I will leave and never come back. I have no idea who this woman is. I know nothing about her. He won't tell me. I know her first name is Erica. That's all I know. And she's got some kids. So this chick has been fucking him, who I'm still legally married to, but we're not together. I will never, ever, ever get back together with this loser dude who cannot tell the truth. She's been fucking him for 2 years now, according to him, and not once has bothered to find out anything about where he lives, who his kid is, anything. Yeah, that's not a normal woman. Do you think he's lying to her? I bet he is. I bet he is. I sat down with his family. I said, this is what's going on. His sister, Ego Flex, got right up in my face and said, I've never known him to be a liar. I don't believe he has a girlfriend. Yeah, guess what? That's not contested. He has a girlfriend, you dum-dum. Yeah, he is a liar. He lied to my face. He lied to your face. Now you're ego flexing on me like I deserve your bitchy-ass attitude? No, I'm innocent. I've never cheated on anyone in my life. I don't believe he has a girlfriend. I've never known him to be a liar. Well, he is, so that flex on me fell fucking flat, you dum-dum. You're flexing on the wrong person. You should be flexing on your lying brother who abandons his daughter to go fuck some hoe bag who has no interest in knowing his daughter, who steals all the money from his wife to go spend it on a hoe bag. And then he lies to you and your family too. Then he beats me up. There's no pictures of him with any kind of bruises because I didn't fight back. I didn't do anything. I tried to get away from him. And I took some pictures at the end. He has mind fucked everyone. And he got a dirty fucking dick from a skanky fucking hoe bag. And they're out rolling in my car spending my money. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. So that's my reality. I reached out to my family for help. They had no interest in helping me. They decided to believe his lies. One family member, when I showed her the picture of me, the video of the bruises on me, she said, "Now this is my family member. Well, let me ask you this. Did you break all his records?" No, I didn't. But he's BFF with my nephew, and then my nephew goes and back to family members. My family member insinuated that I deserved getting the shit kicked out of me because apparently I broke all his records. Yeah, I didn't break his records. Now that family member is realizing they were totally wrong and they are trying to be nicer to me. But this is the level of insidiousness that a narcissist does. Absolute insidious behavior. And it can give you PTSD. It can make people suicidal. I am not going to blow my flame out. But if I hadn't done all this work, I can see how that demonic frequency makes people blow their flames out. So once again, what did he do? On Sunday, he's supposed to be home in the morning to work on the yard all day, work on the house, take care of his fucking house. Yeah. Well, I text him. No, he doesn't answer. And I can see with the text, when you send it, you can see it goes from delivered to read when he read it. Oh, he reads them all the time. He doesn't respond on purpose. Are you coming back to do the chores? No response. Remember when I cried? No response. Then I'll be back later tonight. Oh. Yeah, he rolls in at 7 p.m. Immediately goes home, goes downstairs, snoozes. Yeah. Any household chores get done? No, of course not. Of course not. And I have no idea how long this is going to drag out for, because I know he's going to come home one day and say, "I have a lawyer, we're getting a divorce." And in his head, he's going to say, "I'm going to fuck you over for the last time." He's made it so I have no money, no help, no support, no nothing. And I'm just waiting for this, ball to drop. I ask him what is happening in the future. He won't tell me. He says, "I'm not talking about this. If you talk to me, I'll leave." So, I've just been stuck. Taking care of our daughter. Making sure she doesn't get taken advantage of. Autistic women have a 3 times more chance of being sexually taken advantage of, and it happened to me. He knows exactly what he's doing. So I did the whole art movement. I built the whole Starseed transmissions to prove it. Yeah, I am autistic. I am psychic. I do have skills that people who haven't had the turn of the evolutionary wheel cannot even comprehend. I'm a responsible woman who would never, ever, ever abandon either of my children to go fuck anyone and ghost them. I would never dip out for 5 days on end and refuse to tell anybody where I am so that all they can do is worry, wonder, is the car coming back? What, where are you? Are you alive? I would never do that. And if my family members reached out to me and said this is happening, I would never get up in their face and say, I just don't believe you. Bullshit. Prove it. Yeah, I would never do that. So I've learned how to be empowered while dealing with this constant abuse, I guess you would say. And I know the wheel is getting ready to turn for me. And I know only good can come from me because I've been a really good girl, never giving up on my responsibilities, picking up the slack for this loser, dealing with grief, abandonment, autism diagnosis, all on my own, and then helping my community learn about narcissist abuse so they don't blow their flame out. And that's why I did the whole art movement. And still to this day, everybody knows what he's doing to me. And they all just look away. Well, it's a personal issue. It hits home a little too hard. You can't, like, social issues you can be a poser for. Yeah, all lives matter. Yeah, what about mine? No, look away. That's too personal. Yeah, what a bunch of posers. Fakey religious weirdos. Nothing Christ-like about them. All the posers got exposed, and all the earth angels stepped up to the plate. So, there it is. I will never, ever, 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 ever get together with either of my exes. They've been too mean to me. Ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. Taking full advantage of me. Knowing they are. And I don't have my daddy to stop it. My dad used to help me. So, maybe the collective start in the morning with with a little tear. Crack open some crusty ass heart chakras. Somebody finally saying what's happening. Yeah, and to his friends. Every time who knew me and who knew my daughter, who facilitated this giant lie for this fool. How dare you? You're just as gross as he is. My family members, how dare you? You're just as gross as he is. And now the truth came out. Yeah. They all believe the wrong person. I was telling the truth the whole fucking time. He's fucking some skank who has no interest in knowing who his family is or anything. She's just a desperate hoe bag who globbed onto some dude thinking she got a new daddy for her crotch goblins. Yeah. Whatever you did on Christmas, bitch, I paid for. Yeah. Hope you like it. Yeah, hope your kids liked whatever their gift, your boots, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I paid for them. When you roll around in that fucking car, that's my fucking car. That loser been lying to you too. Gotta face the truth. So that's what happened. I didn't break any of his records. I pushed a crate of records over. They kind of slid down on the floor. And he freaked the fuck out, pushed me down, pulled me by my arms back across the room, hit my head on an end table, broke the leg off the end table. Then immediately packed up all his records and brought them to either his friends or his girlfriends. Yeah, all those records that I paid for. And there is not one penny in any kind of savings account for his own daughter. Not one penny. He's too busy blowing it all on the new hoe bag and his fantasy life. Inexpensive BMX bikes, and more records, and vacation. Yeah. While I'm over here raking the yard all by myself. We have a tree that got struck by lightning, and it is ready to fall on us. It's been standing there for months and months. He has no interest in providing for us. Let's go look at it. And you want to see the danger he lets us live in? There's the tree. The sun is shining weird, so it's hard to get. Look at how fragile that is right there. That whole fucking tree is ready to fall right on my driveway and us. He don't give a shit. No, he's too busy on the weekends fucking some hoe bag. So I tell my daughter, when you're under the tree, run. I don't park the car there. And every time we have a storm, I'm scared. This is what he should be doing on the weekends. He don't got that thing inside of him that says, I need to protect my daughter the mother of my daughter. I need to do my responsibilities and chores. He don't have that thing inside him. And we all suffer because of it. But he got a thing inside of him that wants to fuck, spend money, pretend he don't got this life, go live a fantasy life. Yeah. So this is what living with a narcissist is like. Untangling with a narcissist. When we went to that marriage counseling all those years ago, and I did my own individual counseling, and he didn't. On the last day of my individual counseling, that was also our marriage counselor, she was retiring, and she said, Molly, you need to remember this. You will never get the emotional support you need from him. He is unable to give it to you. If you can remember that, you're going to be just fine. You're going to have to look elsewhere for emotional support. He is unable to give it to you. And all that is toxic hope. And she was telling the truth. And I've gone through a spiritual awakening due to narcissist abuse. I've been discarded. I've been taken advantage of. I've lost my father. I've been ostracized and abandoned. All in this last 5 years, with the majority of it being the last year and a half, 2 years. And I did it all myself, alone, doing the work, ascending up and healing. And I've stood in my power the whole time. I've stayed in Empress energy. I've kept my nose to the grindstone. I worked on my projects. And I've observed him racking up lifetimes of horrible karma. And I never let him blow my flame out. I refuse to. Because there is something better for me, and I can feel it. The wheel is starting to turn for me. So if you are in a similar situation, people won't talk about it. Personal issues. People look away from it. Too uncomfortable. I might have to actually do something. Makes me feel uncomfortable that you need help. All lives matter! That's the difference between social issues and personal issues. It's easy to be a poser saying all lives matter. And then a bunch of people look away when somebody says, what about my life? So if this is happening to you, just know what happened to me is textbook narcissist abuse. And I'm excited to start dating. I'm ready to start dating now that I've been awakened, now that I have learned about narcissist abuse. I will not ignore red flags. So if you're at a point where you feel like you're the only one this happens to, just know you're not. You're not the only person this happens to. People just won't talk about it. And here I talked about it to try to help other people. And darling, the world is a cooler place with you on it. Never blow your flame out. And the wheel is about to turn for all of the earth angels. All of the people that have been abused. Spirit just had to see how far these motherfucking demons, these lusty, skanky demons that are rolling around in people, making them make horrible decisions, fuck people they don't even fucking know, skank out. Spirit wanted to identify those demons that are rolling around in those people's bodies so I can identify them and send them to the darkest corner of hell where they belong. Stand in your integrity. Keep doing you, and your luck will change. Don't give up. I haven't given up. And finally, if you haven't heard it in a long time, listen to me right now. I love you. You hear that? I love you. I hope you love you.